What's up, you guys? Happy hump day. Hope everybody is having a great Wednesday. I just finished cardio core, another one retired in the books. And as I was stretching, I was looking through comments like I often do. And I saw somebody post a comment. I'm trying to get in better light here and not trip over things. I saw somebody post a comment, and I think it was from one of their challengers. And the challenger was saying that they've gained weight and inches over the last 3 weeks. And it went on to say, I haven't been perfect with my nutrition, but I've probably been 90% on point. So first of all, I apologize if you guys are tired of hearing me talk about nutrition and trusting the process and all of that. But as long as you guys keep posting about it, I'm going to keep coming on and talking about it and trying to educate you guys more and more. Because this is a big deal, because you as coaches are going to get this a lot from your challengers. And here's what I want to teach you. Mind you, been in the business a very long time. Almost 15 years. That's hundreds and thousands of people that I've worked with, that I've talked to over 15 years. So I've learned a thing or two. And here's what I've learned. If somebody tells you a percentage of how on track they've been, deduct at least 10% off of that. Okay? Nobody ever wants to be completely honest. It's just human nature. They don't want to admit to themselves. They don't want to admit to you that they're not sticking to the program. And so they're willing to give you a little bit and say, well, I haven't been perfect. But they're not willing to give you the full truth. And sometimes they're not even aware of the full truth, okay? Sometimes we just sort of block it out, right? You mindlessly grab one of your kids' chicken nuggets. You mindlessly grab a couple of their thighs. You mindlessly take a bite of their ice cream, whatever it might be. So anytime somebody gives you a percentage of how well they're doing or how off track they are, take another 10% off of that and you'll be way more accurate. So this person said, I've gained weight, I've gained inches over the last 3 weeks. Am I in the wrong bracket? Blah, 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 blah. Then they go on to say, I haven't been perfect, but I've been about 90% accurate. So if we take another 10% off, we can say they've been about 80% accurate. And if they're 80% accurate in their nutrition, they're probably also not pushing as hard as they can in their workouts. You guys, I'm just giving you cold, hard, sort of, it's not facts, but this is the pattern I've seen over 15 years. Like, you can assume that this is the way it goes. That they want to say they're doing their best, but the bottom line is you're not. And it might come off harsh, and I apologize, but I'm not here to baby you. I'm here to teach you, and I'm not here to baby you. I'm here to push you and to challenge you so that you get the results, right? I'm not here to let you question a program that we're seeing work for thousands and thousands of people when you're not putting the effort in. So even if you say you're 90% on track, you're not 100% on track. So you can't expect 100% results. You can expect the exact opposite. If you're not going to follow the program the way it's written, you can't expect the program to work. That's the bottom line. So there's no reason to come on and question the bracket you're in. What you need to do is look in the mirror and question yourself and your dedication to the process, because that's the more important thing to be questioning. The bracket works if you're sticking to it, but you're not sticking to it. Even at 90%, you're not sticking to it. And if you deduct another part off that and say 80%, you're definitely not sticking to it. So it's no surprise to me that you've gained weight or inches or whatever it might be. So that, as a coach, you guys, you can't be afraid to challenge somebody back. And I don't mean you say it in a bad way. There's perfectly nice ways to talk to people about this. And you can say things like, okay, let's see exactly what you mean by that. Why don't you keep track of your food for me for the next 2 days? Write everything down for me. Everything. I don't care if it's one bite, anything. Write it all down and let's go over it. Let's see where we can make some adjustments. Let's see what's going on, right? Because you care, you want to help them. You're not out there to shame them or make them feel bad, but you're also not there to baby them and say, oh my gosh, you gained weight. Okay, it's not working. Maybe we need to drop you down a bracket. Maybe we need to bump you up a bracket. Maybe you need to try a different workout program. No. Because whatever workout program they do, if they don't stick to it the way it's written and do it 100%, they're not going to see results no matter what. And you as a coach are going to lose your mind trying to help that person. Trust me, I've dealt with them. It's not fun. It's for a person who isn't ready to give it their all, it's excruciating for the person that wants to help them, right? Like, you want it so bad for them, but you can't want it more than they want it. They have to be willing to do the work. They have to be willing to be honest with themselves. They have to be willing to put down the junk food. They have to be willing to pick up the heavy weights. They have to be willing to push to that uncomfortable spot in their workout. That's the only way you make progress. I did a post about this last night. I was congratulating some of the girls in the group for their progress and posting their photos and all of that. And I started my post off by saying a lot of times if I post a progress photo of myself and I say like, oh, I'm feeling really good today, or hey, my abs are up today, I'll get a lot of negative comments. And it's fine, you guys, I have thick skin, like no big deal to me. It rolls off my back. Haters are gonna hate. I know where I am. It's not a big deal to me. They'll say, post a photo of a real woman, or post, like you're too skinny, or of course it's easy for you. It's been easy your whole life. And first of all, I'd like to think of myself as a real woman, right? Like I have the same struggles as all of you. I get up every day. I have to choose if I put healthy food, vegetables, fruit, lean proteins, healthy carbs in my body, or if I put crap in my body. I have to get my son off to school. In fact, I had a meltdown the other day to one of my friends, and I was like, I'm tired. I'm just so tired. I was like, I'm tired of doing it all on my own. Like, it was just one of those days where it added up on me. And I was like, I'm tired of the morning routine all by myself, right? Like, I get up, I get Dom dressed for school, I make him breakfast, I make his lunch, I make my breakfast, I get him out the door, I start the work, I pay the bills, he comes home, we do the homework, it's a battle, we do the dinner, we do the bath time, we do the reading, and I was over it. I was like, I'm just tired of it, right? Like, some days, as a single mom, you're tired of it. So, like I said, my point being is I like to think of myself as a real woman too. So yeah, it frustrates me a little bit. But my point is this, is that it's no easier for me, right? Like, I am uncomfortable in my workouts too. You guys are watching it right now. For the first time ever, you are watching an 80-day obsession, how I work out. You're listening to me breathe insanely heavy as I talk to you guys through the entire workout. You're watching me pick my heavy weights. You're watching my forearms give out. You're watching the sweat pour off of me. You're going to hear me complain 9 million times about how hot it is on that set. Like, everything, because it's uncomfortable. But you have to push into that uncomfortable zone in order to see results. I don't just see results because I'm lucky. And you know what? There probably are some people out there who are genetically blessed. There are. I'm not one of them like that. I got to work my butt off to get there. I have to eat super healthy, and it seems like every year it obviously gets a little bit harder, and there's a little bit more I have to do. And that's frustrating, right? Because I'm like, damn, this was so much easier 4 years ago. Like, I think back to 21 Day Fix and I'm like, whew, that seemed easy. That seemed like so easy to get in shape that well. But then I'm like, probably wasn't. I probably just blocked out the fact that it was hard, that I was putting in the work. But my point is, you have to put in the work. And if you have somebody questioning the process but isn't putting in the work, you don't have to let them question the process. Stop them. Just be like, pump the brakes. You just said you're not 100% on. So let's see what we can do to get you 100% on before we question the process. Because no matter what we adjust, if you bump them up a bracket and they're eating off track, oh my God, they're just going to gain more weight. And if you bump them down a bracket and they're off track, they're probably going to pig out more because now they're even more hungry, right? So this is my point to you guys, is that I'm speaking to you specifically as coaches right now to say we're all going to confront these issues all the time. And I want to give you the tools on how to handle it when somebody approaches you with it, because it's not easy. You do have to tread lightly. That health and fitness and weight loss and all the uncomfortable feelings that come with it, and feeling like we're failing and feeling frustrated because we want the results, but it's just like, damn, I just want to eat a piece of bread, or oh my God, like, why can't I just eat some of my son's fries, or whatever it might be. We all have those feelings, but we have to be able to talk about it openly in a kind and loving way so that we can really help somebody. So again, if you get a challenger coming to you questioning the process, the first question is, are they 100%? And the second they tell you they're not, like I said, you can deduct another 10% off of however they say, oh, I've been like 90, 95%. Okay, you've been 80, 85%. You don't have to say that to them. You don't have to call them out on it. You just mentally note that. And then you start asking the other questions. Okay, well, what do you feel you haven't been 100% on? Your workouts? Oh, okay. Talk to me about that. And then motivate them. Maybe you get them on a live Zoom with you and some other people working out. Or maybe you got another challenger that lives in the same area and you introduce them to somebody so that they can buddy up, right? So they can push each other or whatever it might be. And then you talk about the nutrition. How's that been? Okay, like I said, ask them to keep track of everything they've eaten for an entire day or 2 days so you can really get an understanding of where the slip-ups are. And when they bring it back to you, if there are no slip-ups, if everything looks accurate, either One, they still don't want to be totally honest with you. Or then we need to look at other things and go, okay, what do we need to adjust here? Do we need to bump you up a bracket? Maybe they're really close to their goal, so they need a little more fuel. Are you eating in maintenance and you actually need to be eating in weight loss? So there's lots of things that we can look at, and this is what you guys have to talk to them about. So I just want to encourage you guys to keep doing that as we get further into the program. And I know I've seen people posting, what about phase 2 and what bracket, I need advice, and da-da-da. This weekend, I will be coming on and talking to you guys about that. It'll probably be on Saturday because I've got new leader conference Friday night and Saturday morning. So Saturday afternoon, I'll give you guys an update so you know when. But I'll come on, I'll do a live chat, probably like for a good 45 minutes to an hour, and we'll talk all about making sure we do your calculations right for bracket 2, about making sure that we are in the proper, like, are we in weight loss or are we in maintenance and all of that stuff. So we'll talk about all of that on Saturday, okay? All right, have a great rest of your morning. I will talk to you guys all later. Bye.